Hey guys. Okay, so I'm back with a little reading, a little energy check-in. I read intuitively. I'll light a little bit of sage. This is a white sage. My lighter doesn't want to. He's getting tired over there. Just gonna clear the energy a little bit. Okay. Oh, you can just smudge it. All right. All right, so there's a lot that you are recognizing that you need to keep to yourself. Okay, because they stopped me. I was stopped with the star on the bottom. So there's like a new, it's giving I don't want to, like, not so much shifter energy, but kind of like a new layer kind of is exposed, like a new glow. You're kind of coming out with like a new, like Emperor's New Clothes kind of energy. Like you're kind of showing up, you're shining, you found a new, ooh, I like that. Okay, you found like a new reason to shine, like a new reason to, a new, what is it? What is it? It's like a new, reason to believe, like a new reason to believe. Because there's like this pressure going on of like, and it's giving kind of like the pressure to become the diamond, or like the birth canal, like the labor pains, like it's giving, but like that feeling of that pressure is what I'm getting. It's like there's this knowing of, you're trying to kind of keep that tunnel vision of like a need to not let the distractions get to you, or like a need and trying not to allow, like, there's a bigger picture to what's going on right now, that you found this like new belief, this new strength to persevere, and there's sort of that, there's this big pic, maybe they're giving kind of like you've had a lot of visions come to you or something, like you have a vision that you're like, all right, I don't know how how this is gonna happen, but I have to persevere. Because what happens, and this is why you shouldn't do things the way I do, they say to never unmask a narcissist. Like, I read some things about that and I was like, oh, well, done that a couple of times. So it's, well, you know what? Okay. No, not purposefully. And I definitely would never advise anyone to do something that feels dangerous or that goes against your intuition. Like, you should always trust yourself and your own inner guidance and what feels right for you. But there's videos about like, don't ever unmask a narcissist or whatever. But, there's been some sort of collective big revelation about certain people in your life. And like, it was almost like there had to be this face to face with like with another layer of truth, because it keeps being unveiled. So, that doesn't always work in your favor. That it's like, okay, now I know that these people are my enemies, so now I just get like, your inheritance, or like you just get like everything just falls into place. It's like, no, now you just know. Now you just have that awareness, kind of like, it's not, but there's something there as well that all ties in with this, of like, that's giving you this strength now. It's a very like, grounded and powerful energy, that there's this Two of Wands out here. And I saw a guy the other day that was like very, I mean, honestly, he was really sexy. He was like he had a walking stick. He looks a lot like the dude on this. Well, he was young. He was a lot younger than this guy, or definitely younger, but and we had a couple interactions, and he had like a very Yoda energy about him. And that reminds me of this guy. So it's sort of like you're the man with the walking stick, like you're the dude, because he was just doing his thing, and he checked on us. He was very, very present. So he made a point to consciously like look at me and acknowledge me both times that we passed by him when we were on our little walk. So it was very powerful. Like his presence, like, stuck with me. So, there's sort of an acknowledgement of your placement and your mission. Yet it's just not peachy right now. Like, it's just not smooth right now, because we've got this Ten of Swords out here. So it's sort of like whoa. All right. So it's sort of like the unmasking was like the unmasking of the certain people in your life and what their role was. So there's been some sort of like karmic cycle closing. So in that same vein, on the other side, it's like on the other end of the spectrum, sort of, it's like through that process, you recognize what your role is, but that's pissed off the enemy even more, because now they're like, oh, hell no. Now they know. So you've got all this resistance around you. But there's your focus is like dialed in, and, this five of Wands at the bottom too is giving me that acknowledgement, and that inner focused energy is allowing the energies around you. It's giving like that the universe is responding to the call, kind of, and there's a team building that's going on right now, that your team is coming together. They're giving the image of like blowing the what is that called? Like a cow horn, like blowing the sheep horn to call in your soul tribe. I've always wanted to do that. But anyway, that's kind of the energy that they're giving, is it's like they're like, all right, it's time to assemble our group. But yeah, you've got all this hatred around, all this hate and envy around you. And there's something about addiction, like this burnout, and they're trying to like, you're trying to combat that, maybe. We have this Ace of Cups. Like both of our pages are overturned, and this Wheel of Fortune is overturned, but they're kind of like giving me don't put any emphasis on that. Okay, because they're giving, so this Two of Swords is overturned, so it's sort of like there was this indecision that now has lifted. Yeah, because they're giving that this will also help balance out everything else. There's sort of like this understanding that like the Six of Pentacles didn't really fall out, but they were like, take that card. So this is sort of giving me that it's like you have this esoteric understanding, that this is the journey, like this is a part of the journey, where when you're balanced and you're focused, that everything else, you will come back into the Six of Pentacles position, where it's such a strange card. So like the energy, the balancing, and then the card throws me off, because it's like the dude looks really, really frugal and kind of anal, but yet it's a number of balance. Okay, they're giving that it's like you have to come back to that six, so that you're not like the Four of Pentacles is a very closed energy, where they're like, you're like, I'm holding on to everything that I have and nobody's going to fuck me over. And it's very closed off. So it's like you have to move from that to this Six of Pentacles. And you want to start building from that Six of Pentacles position where you're not attached. You're understanding that it's this continual balance of everything. And then that's when things can flow to you more easily. Yeah. And then I guess something there where it's like you're starting from like a more solid ground to build from. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm giving away too much maybe already. I'm not giving anything about that. There's something else about this Two of Wands though. Just give me a second. Okay, so they're speaking that this Two of Wands, they're giving like these two wands are sort of like keys. So it's like the universe is giving you options right now. Like maybe it's two options. But it's almost like they're giving like it was like an ultimatum, like you had to move out of indecision. And so now you're in this forward moving space with all of this resistance. Like it's giving like really like Taurus bull energy. It's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. I don't know why it's sexy to me. It's like putting a man in hot water. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like putting a man in hot water to see what he does. Like, what move are you gonna make when you're under pressure? It's kind of sexy. Okay, I'm not just when you can be detached from things. That's when it's fun. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. You should definitely take it serious when it's serious. There are times when playing the fool is not a good idea, okay? I have made all of them. I've done all the things. No, just kidding. But there's definitely a time to be serious. So, and this energy is very serious. So it's kind of, I think that's why it's sexy. But I think it's giving like you've mastered something and the universe is like giving you these two keys because they're like, you earned these. So make some shit happen. Like it's giving a lot of boss energy, especially with that like under pressure and stuff. So there might be like an acceptance that you're like, all right, like this isn't gonna be easy, but I signed up for it. All right, that was kind of like weirdly, I got a little bit turned on by that. It was kind of hot. Okay. They've been pushing me hard to just keep showing up and through the ridiculousness. So I hope that you like my energy, and if you don't, I still love you, and you can like and subscribe, all that stuff. I love you guys. Take care of your bodies if you're going through intensity, because it's, yeah. All right.